Hi guys, welcome to our podcast again, and today we are going to talk about international students. And here you can see Mr. Farshid Akbari and Miss Ajar Tursunalieva. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and it's me, Leila Dilavarova, and I'm also graduate of the Department of International Relations, Al-Farabi, Kazakh National University. Like full graduate, bachelor degree, MA degree, and PhD as well. So how it is study at Al-Farabi Kazakh National University and exactly at the Department of International Relations. So why you are here, Farshid?
Well, greetings. My name is Farshid. Currently, I'm a master's degree student, and well, how it is to be here, I would say it's fun. First of all, because initially when I was choosing my major, I was thinking about, so diplomacy, international relations, that's a thing that it needs a lot of knowledges to begin with to study in the future, because it covers lots of spheres such as economics, sociology, psychology, and at the same time, it has lots to do with history and etc. etc. Anyway, the main thing was that I wanted to learn something new, and then with those knowledges begin changing the world. So this is my goal, my aim.
So that's why you are here.
That's why I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, and just to say, general, we have a number of international students from Afghanistan, China, countries of the European Union, USA. And what do you think? What's the most attractive things at our department, Ajar?
Well, for international students, I think the most attractive thing is that we have such huge department, which is not only the international relations, we have also world economy and have the language courses, which is the plus for future diplomats. And I could say that in future we will have a lot of tools to use exactly what we brings from our department. Yes.
By the way, we have 4 educational programs. It's international relations, regional studies, world economy, international law, and all of the students, local and international students, they are studying together we don't have any separate group. They all are together. They are offered 7 languages to study, and there are some opportunities to study languages additionally. There's some maybe.
What we've talked about.
Okay. And what about the facilities? So how you are welcoming international students? Do you have group mates from another countries? Because Farshid himself, he's our graduate, and he's very sociable, and he's very communicative. Even he is international student. I didn't feel that he's international, because I remember I met him from the very first year. So despite a lot of opportunities, possibilities, facilities, still it's challenging for international students, and the questions of the adaptation or communications and some other aspects of not just academic side, but even social one.
Yes, definitely.
I think it's difficult for them, a little bit challenging.
Yes,
what do you think?
It is challenging for foreign students, because they're coming from a different place, from a different space. People are speaking another language, and it feels they're just struggling a lot. Because, for example, we had students from China that have come, some students from Tajikistan in my group personally. We also had some exchange students from Italy that have come, and it was first time very hard for them to adapt there, but we were very sociable, we were friendly guys, and we have shown them how to be here, how to live here, like what's good here, what's bad here, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and some of them felt like they're at home. Like, for example, I was also taking part in the linguistic partners program of the American Council. We have a resource center for American and democratic researchers here in our faculty, where Fatima Turarovna Kukeva, she has, she told us about this program, we joined it. So some American students have come, and we also helped them to adapt here, to find some, they lived in some families, some of them lived in other places. And so the thing about it is that we've shown the city, we have shown our culture, we've shown what kind of people we are, and how to, to adapt to the local educational system, how it is. So all of them are happy, and some of the guys are still willing to come back to Kazakhstan because they felt like, here in Almaty there is a different atmosphere. It feels really good here.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I think that a lot of international students feel very home after maybe first semester, second semester, and they're kind of goodwill ambassadors of our university, and our educational programs aimed to prepare specialists in international relations. Yeah, they're usually professionals who will work in embassies, in cultural centers, international think tanks, a wide range. And I think, that's why all of our educational programs are very interesting for international students. And I know, Ajar, that you already had experience studying abroad at USA, and now you are going to study in Germany.
Yeah.
So how it was, and what was your perception of our university and international students after your experience of being international student?
Yeah, it's true. I've been studying in Stanford Pre-Collegiate Institution. Yes, there was a lot of guys who are engaged together to this program, especially from all over the world. Even though I firstly met the Latin American guys who are very energetic, dynamic persons. Very it was the experience that I never expected to witness. By the way, for international students, they have special approach of study to. They are focused to engage the students, to interact more. The studies is conducted in terms of discussions, more practical classes we have, and that was cool. And in our university, I could say that we haven't got in my group we don't have any a lot of international students, but the Afghanistan students, 2 or 3 of them, they have struggled with psychological the vulnerability, with the hesitations, maybe with studying in Kazakhstan after the situations, the conflicts. Yeah, sure, we help them to adapt, yeah, to be more resistant to these situations, even though maybe help it in some disciplines to we keep in touch with professors, and that was in
so
our
you try to support them even more after
Encourage,
coming back.
I can add also some things to the words of your
Ajar.
Ajar, definitely. Sorry. So we also had students from Italy again, which I mentioned before. Two very beautiful and smart girls. One of them was Lucia and the other one was Tanya. And so
I remember Tanya.
Yeah.
She was my student. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. We were visiting your courses at that time.
Yeah.
It was 3 years ago. Wow, time's flying. Anyway, and well, viewing and looking at your level of knowledge, I was astonished because she knew a lot, and she was talking like both of them. They were talking like experts, but at the same time, when we had those seminars or workshops, we had lots of debates and we talked about lots of interesting things. Like I didn't knew about the Italian political system and the European system that much, and they have shared their experience, but not talking only about academic stuff.
So I don't think you talk just about disciplines,
Yeah.
theories of international relations.
I mean,
how was it? How was your experience of communicating?
So the thing is that I was studying Italian here in the faculty, and my first teacher was Barbara Pulimanti, and then I had the other teacher Lucia Beltrami, and I had a fine knowledge of Italian, and we got to be friends very fast. So I was talking to them in Italian, and they were feeling like there's someone native to them.
So now we are even switching to the faculty members who are from the other countries. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and it is also a very important experience and contribution to the development, I think.
Yes, and I also wanted to mention that we had Japanese students that had come in the framework of so we had talks about our nuclear program. I mean, the nuclear program of Japan. How do they think about it? Like the atomic energy and etc. That kind of stuff. And they were also asking us a lot about semi-politics and the other stuff that happened in the 90s and 60s about Seoul. So the Japanese students, I really like them a lot because their culture, they're pretty nice people. I mean, at the way of when we were talking, their manners, they're different because we are a bit more common people. Like we don't have that kind of stuff like distancing from each other and all that stuff that much like them. Haven't you noticed? Like we always, when we talk to each other, we're getting closer to each other, while the Japanese are not like this. But anyway, I mean, even though they had some of their cultural differences, we have become good friends. We're still chatting in Facebook, and sometimes we're sending some local memes, getting Japanese memes, and have fun.
So you are still in touch, and,
Yes.
and you created
Even though they have
networking.
come- Yeah.
And you are going to visit Japan. You are going to be an ambassador of Kazakhstan in
Maybe.
Japan. Yeah. And by the way, I used to mention to our ladies that you'd always have plan B, like to be a spouse of the ambassador. Yeah. Why not? How was the? Yeah, I understand that international students have some challenging things while they're educating. Yeah, you mentioned some difficulties with academic disciplines, another perception. Yeah, in terms of communication of other people's. Yeah, but. What about informal life, like students' life? Maybe international students also needed some support because we understand that coming to Kazakhstan. By the way, education at our department is in 3 languages. Yeah, it's officially Kazakh, Russian, English. 7 languages. Yeah, each of you, no matter your local or international student, can choose 2 languages according to the educational and more languages additionally. And Farshid, you mentioned that there are American Research Center, European Research Center, Italian Center. Yeah,
there is a research center of NATO, of
NATO, Regional Information UN Support Center. Yeah. Eurasian Center of Eurasian Studies, so a number of them, and they even now, I understand that pandemic stalled a couple of years from the students, including international students, and now after we switch into the traditional offline format, everything is starting to be normal, usual for us, and I'm sure the students do have hopes for the even better change. So what would you advise to international students? So how would you ask the question, why international relations department at Al-Farabi?
Well, that's an interesting question. As being a student in bachelor degree and having some experience of interaction with international students, I would say that there are actually a lot of doors open, like studying here gets a lot of opportunities. The first is about the languages, as you mentioned. Also, the opportunity to interact with people who are open-minded, who are welcoming each other, who are kind, and our speciality is special in some terms, because when we studying some cases, we should know the cultural features, the historical background, insights we should have, and we should focusing the causes and make consequences and all of this stuff, like 360 degrees around these topics. So that is amazing, I think, and people who study in our department, our specialty, can be more smarter people. I'm not afraid to say the people are elite of our country. Personally, for my experience, I own the Erasmus Plus program due to our department team, professor support, encourages, and my hard working, I guess, a lot of students can do so if they try. Make yourself. Now it's working. It's time to implement all your dreams, and our department makes your dreams true, I think.
Well, they're doing it. I mean, when I was studying during my bachelor's degree, while getting it, so beginning from the second year, lots of the guys began making some, sending documents to get into that academic mobility programs, get outside, via Erasmus and etc.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was one of the guys who tried to do this. I mean, not everyone gets there because, there is, first of all, some kind of, classes will slow отбор. Selection, definitely. Oh, yeah. So there's some kind of selection there. I mean, they're choosing the best students with the highest GPA, with the highest grades, and with the best skills. Like if you show off yourself, during some concerts or some things that are not connected with academic stuff.
Yeah.
So. For example, some of the guys are showing themselves very good at the dormitory, in supporting the students there, helping, etc.
But university offering dorms for international students.
Also.
But still, it's challenging in terms of the new place, new country, new people. As you already mentioned, another perception of the space, perception of the people. another vision, another traditions, customs. So I think
that's what I really like here. I mean, well, for example, when we have debates with Chinese students on the political system of China, we hear the things that we have never heard before. Like, for example, in the Western media, I mean, we get the information from the Western media, and then we read something from the Eastern media. There is no, I mean, Eastern media, but I'm talking about the Russian, the Chinese, and the other kinds of media. And when you're trying to be neutral and get into some information like, hey guys, well, it seems like you have a dictatorship there. They're saying no.
So it gives more tolerance,
yes.
and you are starting to be more diplomatic,
Definitely.
and following the certain rules and protocol,
I guess the studying in English gives us the opportunity to search more information firstly, and separate, like in Russian, as you mentioned, sources have some like restrictions, and while the English is more like another side of coin, I think.
Yes. Definitely.
And you like feel the difference of media, the separations of information, and you can analyze the thing like in different stuff, in different sites. And
you're viewing just different perspectives, and I mean the good thing is like you don't have to read all the news. You have international students; they're telling you that. I mean, for example, if we have someone from Ukraine and he's talking about that problem with Crimea and other stuff, we may have the Russian perspective, but he's gonna tell us what happens there from the Ukrainian perspective, and you get more information. You understand that, well, if you see a number 6, well, actually from the other side it's 9.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So educating together with international students, you as a local students did, and now in the process you are giving also more opportunities, new vision, maybe also some life hacks, how to use, how to find information, how to be prepared to some assignments, right? So it's mutual, and I remember you mentioned that our educational programs attract just selective group of people, selective students who already knows and speak at least several languages, and they are going to be professionals in the field of diplomacy, international relations, analysis, working on the cultural issues. And because even me, when I was a student, I also dreamed to travel, to meet new people, to observe new vision, new culture. And I think same like international students who come to Kazakhstan, they also they're experiencing the same. But here, what kind maybe interesting cases you could also mention from your students' life, and maybe what would you advise to the current students today when we are coming to the traditional life? And I'm sure all of international students who are already our students, they are already coming and will come. So what would you say to them?
I would say that, well, the main key to success is being friendly to each other. I mean, when you're studying online, you don't make lots of friends during that period. And we had like students from other countries during that online sessions, but we never have chatted with each other. Sometimes we have written to each other to ask questions like, well, when should we send the assignment? Those academic stuff, which is a bit boring.
Now I'm the third year student, and now is the time when we can like be more professional in our major.
I would add that I had some strict professors that made us to work on almost every aspect. Again, getting back to the history. So I wasn't remembering that we have studied some definite kind of history, because when I was studying at my time, we had something like a global history. So we have chosen, like the whole students, they were voting which country, what region we would like to study, and the professor, based on our voting, made your program. So at that time we have chosen like Latin America, North America, Europe, and Northern Africa, with a bit of Asia Pacific region. And meanwhile, during some small lectures, we had some small lectures on lesser regions, like Dalmatia, and how was it called?
It seems like you was very good student.
I was, and I am.
An excellent student. Okay.
I mean, at that time, while I was speaking about the strictness of some professors, it helped me a lot, because they made us read lots of books about theories of international relations, about, there was also a book about some special forces, some intelligence. And we had at that time understood how it is all working. I mean, the whole system of international relations, and how the countries are negotiating with each other, and what kind of game it is. And, if we didn't do this, I think it would be more harder for us in the future.
So you gained a lot.
Yeah, so the fourth year was pretty easy for me, because I knew almost everything, because I've studied everything at the third year, because I had very strict professors, but still liked them.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I want to add about the process of studying in our department. It's always changing. We have the dynamical changes in our studying approaches. If one semester we have the presentation, and then the speaking on public, then we have a more practical way of using, for example, to have a round discussion, and in case talk about the lot of books. Now for us, as Kukeva is our professor said that you should spot only the important information, not read all the books, because all your life will not will spread around. And yes, we use this life hack and read more articles. We read firstly documents, official, and then we are focusing on some kind of, our professors even wrote a lot of articles which is very useful for us, and we all use them.
So it seems like education at the International Relations Department is quite interesting.
Yes.
Comprehensive approach.
I have forgotten to add that we were watching movies. We had viewed some movies, like Hotel Rwanda or Shaking Hands with the Devil, and they were really interesting. Even for some of our students had no interest to view them after it. They're talking about those movies for months, and sometimes we're still having some jokes based on it, like some Vietnamese flashbacks, as we call them, about those times. And our international students also like them, like the films, like that kind of approach. And I would say that our professors have a better approach than the previous age professors, because they're now more innovative. They are now more, I would say. So
I'm sure you're familiar with the previous age professors.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they get on well with us, with the youth.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for interesting discussion, for your open expression, some peculiarities which are important for international students, for all of the students, I think. Yeah, and now it's exactly the time when our potential international students will graduate their secondary schools and maybe they are already making their choice. What would you say to them now? How you will welcome them?
Well, I would say that
To attract them.
guys, you'll really like here because first of all, as I said, the main reason why I'm happy to be here was fun, because I had lots of fun here because at that time during my bachelor's degree when we were offline, and I really liked that kind of format because we had lots of emotions at that time. So, for example, you have some assignments and you divide into groups. And the groups can be random, really random, and you can have a person from a foreign person there, and there is also a local guy. And at that time, you see the differences, the cultural differences in action when you're walking together. And it helps you to understand how it will be in the future. If, for example, you're gonna work in some international company, like you'll have also some foreigners, or you'll be a foreigner to your colleague. And at that time, you have to understand that, I mean, you have to be more tolerant to the other person's views, and you have to be more, again, friendly, because if you're kind and from the bottom of your heart, you're trying to be friendly, you're trying to express only good emotions, the other person, even if you don't like him at the beginnings, he's gonna be your friend, and that will help you to sustain good relations and maintain a good university life. So you have become good friends being a student, then you can work together in the future, like some of our guys already did. Some of them have made some businesses together, like someone from China is helping with some goods to send here to Kazakhstan or worldwide, and guys are working now.
Okay, thank you. Ajar?
For future abiturants, for future who want to study here, I will very recommend to you will choose this major, and you will never regret about that. I'm sure, because as I said, we have a lot of fields, not only international relations. We have history, we have economics, we have geopolitics, which is connected with geography. You should know a lot of stuff, and you'll be. I definitely know that you will be one of the smartest people in our country if you will study here. And our university is conducting a lot of facilities, events to maintain the future generation, to maintain the talents. Yeah, as Farshid mentioned, we have really fun here, and we're waiting for us. Come here and join us. Enjoy your student life here. Yeah.
So, coming to the Department of International Relations, you are making the right choice, please believe us. And we are looking forward of meeting you very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your youth.
Yeah.